Hi, I'm Chris, Application Specialist here at WARDJet in Talmadge, Ohio. This webinar, we're going to go over cutting some lightweight cross-link foam into a custom toolbox. Let's see what happens. So here we are at Jet's toolbox. He's going to let us take this chaos and put it into order.
Here we have iGEMS, our CAD/CAM software that we offer, updated to the 2024 version. All of this should be available on most previous versions of iGEMS though. I just want to show you real quick how we take our idea and put it to foam. You'll see I have my wonderfully completed drawing here. Let me show you how we get to that. We'll go to our tool tab. I'm going to select trace, and then I'm going to open up a JPEG here that I took of the wrenches on just some plain white paper. Probably could have put a little more light behind that photo, but it doesn't look too bad. Let me hit this blur button, get rid of these little speckles, and kind of smooth out the outline here. That looks pretty good. And then I can move my slider around. That's too much, that's too little. Let's pick that, see how it looks. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, it looks alright. Let me go from left to right here, everything inside the box, that way will be highlighted. Clean that up. And if you don't know, if you go right to left, everything touching the box highlights. So hopefully you may have learned something there. So I need to fix this for sure. Let's go to Edge Fix, and this is super simple, just like that. So you'll click around the part you want to correct, and then you'll just kind of drag your cursor around until it's what you want. Let me get rid of this middle stuff because we don't need that to leave for our wrenches to be stuck in place. That could be a little extra. Get some of this other stuff here. This looks a little goofy. Let me try that again. So we can just smooth out our drawing like so. So quickly you can go from your photo to something you can use. We're a little large, so let's scale this down. I'm going to type S for scale. Base point, I'm just going to hit enter, goes to the center of my point. I will type R for reference. Turn my snap back on. I know that this point to this point just happens to be about 10 inches. So I select the 2 points, hit enter, and then type in 10.8 inches. Enter again. And there you have it. From this point, just align things up. You'll see I put a border in here so that I could have a pretty uniform space to help keep my tools from ripping that outside foam. Some other options. I think I got another option in here. I just traced some scissors real quick with a marker. So this works pretty well. It's super contrast. See what blur does. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, let me use that. Stick it right here next to my wrenches. Delete anything extra. I won't need the center piece, so we'll delete that. And then again, I could use Edge Fix to clean up these points. Keep turning my snap off. So you can pretty quickly get to a pretty nice point for making a foam insert, especially. As you can see. Another option is I took this JPEG. Let me import this. I took it to an online file converter and converted it from a JPEG to a DXF. So this can work. Sure. Oh. but you're stuck with what you get. Really, there's no finesse at this point, and this looks pretty rough. So it is an option. I mean, you can edge fix this and fix all of that if that's all you have to work with, then you're not out of luck. But works pretty well with just the trace and the few adjustments you can make in there, and the edge fix. And you can align your parts. Made a few iterations, cut them out first. Had to make a couple small edits, but nothing major. And that's how you go from just a JPEG to a DXF. And then I'm sure most everyone paying attention to this probably knows how to go from here to actual toolpath. But let me just do that real quick for you. So I highlight everything. Well, that's a bit much. We'll go to a 7th thou geometry optimization because I'm going to use a 7th thou orifice. Clean up some curves, and then I will create toolpath. Oh, apparently my machine is not set up to run that small, but we can force it to do what we want. And then there we see our toolpath. I have a little lead in, no lead out. I guess water only cutting. I don't really need a lead in, but we'll leave it there for now. Basically hit 3, which is the order button, so I can get my datum, and then I can hit the create part and process it from here. And that is all you need to do to make a foam insert using iGEMS.
Here we are on our M series. I put some water bricks on our grates to cut this lightweight cross-link foam we have. And this will be for the top of the insert. We'll glue it to another piece that we'll cut in a moment. Here we go. You'll notice we've pinned down our foam to help keep it from moving. Not always necessary. We can cut a variety of foams with a WaterJet, not just lightweight. This program is running pretty fast because this foam can cut fast. We're getting up to 1,500 inches a minute with a 7/1000 orifice. Our pressure's at 60,000 psi, but we could lower that down to 30,000 and still cut with relatively good speed. Decided to show off our M series today because it gets up to 2,500 inches a minute, like our J series, but thought you'd show you something different. And here we have it, our foam cut insert, complete with foam wrenches. So I've just loaded up 1/2-inch cross-link foam, decided to change the color a little bit, help see if your tools are in there or not. Let's cut out the perimeter. And there we have just the base of our insert. Let's glue them together. Ready?
Yeah.
We're just adhering some spray glue to the back or bottom. I don't need to get the tool cutouts. I'm just using the tool cutouts so that I don't spray into the tool insert. I think that's it. We'll let this tack up for a couple of minutes and sandwich them together. All right, you'll notice we put on some gloves for this part. Not that I've learned from my mistakes. I'm gonna knock out my partially glued up inserts. And then we're just gonna stick it together. And we'll have a toolbox insert. We'll put this under something flat, put a little bit of weight on it, and then we'll show you the finished results. So here's our finished product. All the wrenches, as they should be. We made it nice and snug, so nothing moves around. All right, now let's add the wrenches. Big boys first. Now I gotta play where's things go. That looks right. Wouldn't you know, having the shape of the wrench helps you put them away? So here we are, tools in the insert, in the toolbox. A place for everything and everything where it should be.